What's up, guys? Welcome to Devil's Advocate, the live stream, right? Wednesday's live stream. How you guys doing? So, I'm a little bit, what do I say, kind of angry because I had a particular idea, right? A particular, I had saved some videos for tonight's live for a segment, right? Because again, it was about just so happens today. A whole bunch of news or TikTok news in a sense, right? Uh, TikTok news about one creator called, and who knows if you guys know it, called Medusa's Judgment. So it's a guy that basically panders to women, right? I saw a few of his videos and I saved it. I didn't save it on my phone or anything. I bookmarked it. Okay, I bookmarked it. But essentially, he panders to women's feelings, right? Validates women's feelings, encourage, supports, which it is what it is, right? But then to find out that he's a liar, or it was a facade. He was pretty much the type of guy he's telling women about, right? He's against stuff like that. Another Derek Jackson. So I'm a bit angry because I have a few videos of his, for examples, right? I had some examples of his video saved. And then to find out when I'm getting ready for the live, he pretty much, closed his channel. I'm I'm so annoyed. So annoyed. But I mean, I still have some videos, right? Like because there was a woman that came up, right? That she talked about her experience with this man, right? With this content creator that sparked the controversy. So I still have that video and someone else talking about it. So I'll react to that. I mean, because it was the idea. It was the idea of tonight's show, talking about men that panders to women's feelings, right? And those are the type of men I hate the most because I hate the men that are liars, right? But this is like not just like white lies or whatever. It's like you're lying to women while trying to bash men. Like say, oh, you're a queen. Men don't deserve you. Oh, men are cheaters. Well, you're a man yourself, right? Men are this, men are that. Oh, they say the things that women love to hear, and those are the type of men, right? Those are the type of men that are such fakes. Those are the type of men that are such fakes because why? They're not men that go about with logic. They're men that goes about with feelings. And when a man that tries to manipulate or talk about feelings, in my opinion, those are the first men that will be liars, cheaters, abusers, manipulators. Because it is easy, well, it is the easiest way, right, to manipulate a woman is through her feelings. Okay? And those are the men that will do it. The men that panders to women. The men that are faking it. Okay? And those are the men I hate the most. You get the Derek Jacksons, you get the dozens of pandering men on TikTok, on YouTube, and all that shit, like trying to hate on men, but then you know what? Prop up women, validate women, and support women. That is the disgustingness I hate. I really hate that shit. Right? I hate the people that would, because you're trying to pander to women's feelings. So you hate on men. You will hate on men and then validate women's feelings. Those are some of the shittiest men I've ever known or ever had the displeasure of watching on social media. So I'm a little disappointed that man just like vanished, right? His account just pretty much gone. So I'm really angry about that, right? Medusa's Judgment. I never heard of that man until today, right? But I'm pretty sure he's not on my, For You page. He's definitely on probably a lot of women's For You page. But we'll talk about that and we'll go through that a bit. I have some other videos of other men that are, or another man that's pandering. So, I have some of that. But yeah, I'll talk about it again when I get to the video. I'm kind of disappointed. I'm kind of really not happy. But anyway, let's just get the show. Let's get the show going. As usual, let's react to a Kendra G video.
You ready?
Not really.
You're not, I just hung up with the guy to talk to you. You don't want to be here?
No. I'm surprised.
Okay, well, are you ready?
Sure.
Okay, girl, what's going on? You know you call me, right?
I wasn't expecting to get chosen.
Okay, so here's the deal. All my grown-ass adults, don't push the button if you don't want to be in the show, because you could get chosen. So I can't be playing these games with you grown-ass people now. So do you want to do this or not, honey?
Yes.
Okay. What's your
Already a red flag. Already a red flag. She's a person that plays games. You can see that. Even Ken, you can see that way of thinking. Already a red flag. Here's the type of woman that definitely plays game. That doesn't act like an adult. You're the one who called. Like, no one, like, this is the thing where no accountability. No one forced you to do anything. You chose it. And then you're surprised. Oh, I got chosen. Well, why even bother?
name?
It's Iris.
What's the name?
Iris.
Iris, where you calling me from, baby?
Connecticut.
Oh, you are the second person from Connecticut tonight. You know, that's my home state. That's where I was born. What part of Connecticut do you live?
I live in Meriden.
Okay, I used to go to the Meriden Mall all the time when I was a kid. How old are you, Iris?
I'm 39.
39. Do you have any kids?
I have 3 children.
3 children. How old are your
39. Still in the dating market. 3 kids. Here's the thing. You could already see, already from the beginning, how she doesn't even act like an adult. A mature adult. And she's 39. Still on the dating market. Looking for a man now. Still looking for a man. 3 kids. This is the thing where I said this, right? What type of man you will think you'll get after the past you had, right? The past you've had, what type of man you think you'll get? Okay? Why? This is the thing where I say women don't get better with age, right? Or there's no real qualities that women develop or have or gain or whatever through age, through life experience. Not generally, right? Maybe you can think of something, right? I mean, maturity is nice, but even younger women can be mature. So, and then there's no guarantee an older woman would be mature. So, maturity, you don't necessarily gain through age, right? But here's the thing. Women lose the value. And this is the thing. You don't lose value as a human being, but you lose your value as dating prospect. And like I said this plenty of times before. It don't mean that you won't get a man. No matter how old you are, how young old, young, pretty, ugly, fat, skinny, whatever, you will still find a man. You will still be able to find a man. There will be men out there that will want you. But will you find the man that you want? The man that you have standards for, right? Will you find that man? And will that man commit to you long term? The chances are it gets lower and lower as life goes on, and as women go on through life, because you lose value. You don't gain any kind of value. You really are. She got older, so beauty is not as great. 3 kids, so that's a minus, right? Bitterness, trauma. You just gain more things that just makes you not that great to be with.
3 kids?
21. 18 and 13.
Okay. All by the same man?
No,
How many men?
3.
3. He ever been married?
3 different men. Failed 3 times. Gave 3 different men children or kids that you couldn't sustain a long-term relationship with. Absolutely ridiculous.
No.
No. And what do you do for a living?
And I've said this before, 39, 3 kids by 3 different men, you don't qualify for marriage anymore. You don't. Because I'm sorry, you should get a man that's much older, already had the kids, don't need any more kids, great. For a man that's around your age, you're just a headache. There's really nothing worth it.
I'm a licensed nurse.
Licensed nurse. Okay. So Iris, right?
Yes.
Okay. So we got Iris in Connecticut, my home state. Lives in Maryland. 39 is a nurse. Mom to 3 by 3 men. Never married. What kind of man you looking for, Iris?
I'm looking for a mature man, someone who is ready to settle down, who can communicate, who is loyal, and a provider.
Okay. Provider, what does that mean to you? Like he pays all the bills? What do you mean when you say provider?
Someone who is willing to help me out. So I've been in a relationship where it was 50-50. So I don't mind, like splitting the bills.
Okay. They're telling me that your bio says you have 4 kids.
My son passed away 2 years ago.
Oh, sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that.
From cancer.
Oh my God, that's terrible. We're sorry to hear that. Sorry to
No,
hear
it's okay.
that. Okay. All right, let's keep going. So you want a provider. What are your deal breakers?
That's the thing. It was like this is the thing, right? It's like provider. Here's the thing. Here's the scenario, right? Which is usually the common scenario. You're not getting it's just common. You're not getting a man that's usually have his kids living with him. So the scenario usually is just a man coming in. A man by himself. Like even if he has kids, the likelihood of his kids living with him and then you being a Brady Bunch, not that high. It's not that likely. So the usual scenario, the common scenario is a man coming in. Now, even 50-50, that's still ain't equal. That's still ain't equal. So there's 4 you, 1 of him. It's not equal. Not 50-50. So that's the thing. And it's just this woman couldn't make it work with 3 different men already. And that's just the minimum, right? That's the minimum. You couldn't make it with 3 different men. It shows you that you're a red flag. And these 3 men aren't just common men, right? They're men that you chose to have kids with.
Try not to have your head cut off if possible.
Someone who is a
Let me ask you
liar.
a question, just out of curiosity. So you gave birth to 4. Is it 4 men you have kids by, or is it
No.
2 share the same dad?
Yes.
Okay.
My 2 middle kids.
Got you. Okay. Now, what are your deal breakers?
A liar, someone who's a cheater, someone who can't communicate their feelings, and someone who's insensitive towards my feelings.
Okay. Should he look a certain way?
I have to be attracted to him, but looks do matter. But I don't have like a specific type of guy. I do like African Americans.
Okay. Are you African American?
I am Puerto Rican and Black.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say, I thought you were Black too. Okay. You mentioned.
What does that make sense? How does that make sense, right? The vagueness is just it always irritates me how vague women are. What are you attracted to? Is it kind of any black man? Any black man? What does that mean you're attracted to? Like, does he have a beard? Is he 6 foot, 5'5"? I don't know. Dad bod, muscular, skinny. It's like, be more specific, because you're technically wasting your time and the men's time. Because again, men will DM you or whatever, message you, but then why bother? Why waste their time when you could just say, "Oh, no fat men"? Well, then all the big men, right? All the big black men, well, they won't even bother.
Really a provider? Should he make a certain amount of money?
I would say I'm okay if he makes about the same as me, anywhere from 70,000
Okay.
to higher.
70K up. Should he be in Connecticut?
Still, 70 is above average, right? Average is it's only a little bit above average, right? Average is about 50, right? So I mean, 20 is decent, but again, that's still above average. Uh, Majority of men make about 50, period. So 39, baby mama 3 from by 3 different men, asking for above average man that you would be attracted to. Who knows what that is, but okay.
No, if he's willing to travel and he's willing to be consistent, anything is possible. I've never been in a long distance relationship, but I'm willing to give it a try.
Okay. Don't have your head cut off, Iris.
Sorry.
All right. Well, now it's time for the Kendra Cam.
Okay, so I just came from school, so I wasn't even ready for this, but let's see. Sorry. Let's see.
Looks like you're in shape.
Yes, I work out.
Okay.
So I do like a man that works out and is healthy.
Okay.
So most likely, bigger men are out. You know, probably athletic build to muscular build. Okay, but this is the thing, right? Are women like this attracting good men, right? You gotta be a good man, decent man, right? Want to marry, or whatever, want to settle down, want to be a provider, makes 70K or above, and then find with a woman that has 3 kids by 3 different men. It's like, I'm sorry, I just don't think good men are desiring this, or very few good men are desiring this. So this is the thing where I say women just don't know what they don't know the disservice their choices in life have done to them.
This is Iris in Connecticut, 39, a nurse, mom to 3. Really 4, but one of her children passed away. Never married. When was your last relationship?
My last serious relationship was about 4 years ago.
Okay. Was it one of your children's dad?
Yes.
Okay.
I was with him for 13 years.
Okay. Try to keep the phone steady.
Sorry.
Was it your last child's father?
Yes.
Okay. You don't have to answer, but I'm gonna ask. When's the last time you was intimate with someone?
About 3 months ago.
Okay. 3 flaws you have to work on.
I'm sorry?
3 flaws you have to work on.
3 months ago, just did it with a man. Just had, intimacy. I'm sorry. A lot of baby mamas, right? A lot of single baby mamas. All you're gonna get are situationships. I'm sorry. It's just that you either get situationships or you get men that just want to make you a baby mama.
Sorry, my daughter was passing through. 3 flaws that I have to work on. I'm learning how to be better at communicating. This is kind of hard.
No self-reflection. A woman at 39 has not done any self-reflection. She's had so many failed relationships, right? But yet couldn't have done any self-reflection. Great. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Right? No self-improvement. This is the thing where this is the problem of modern day women. You don't know how to be a better partner. This is what I'm saying. Like at 39, where's the proof that she will be a better partner? Right? Where's the proof that all her failures, right, have made her grow, made her grown, right? Made her a better partner. When you don't even know anything you've done wrong or your flaws, any of your faults. Okay? And at 39, she says she's still trying to improve communication. I mean,
Not getting upset so quick and not having, I would say, expectations from certain people. Because sometimes when you have expectations, you know, they fall short.
Okay. Someone said, why wasn't the guy from 3 months ago an option? Kendra never asked the question to women. Okay, first of all, get your shit right. The way that question works is when someone tells me they were with somebody a month, it's a month. I don't ask you if it's 3 months. And I ask both genders, whether it's a man or a woman. Y'all always crying. I'm tired of you pussy ass men in my comment section crying, talking about some, y'all ain't treated the same way. I ask a man or a woman.
that I don't care about that. I don't care about, treating a man or a woman the same. Whatever. What I do care about is that how about be more detailed? You should ask. 3 months ago, isn't like that drastic. I mean, it's not like she said she went on a date with the man 3 months ago. No, she had sex with a man 3 months ago. I mean, the level of intimacy of that is pretty high, right? So 3 months ago, it's not like that long ago, and you did an intimate act with a person. Hopefully, it wasn't just a one night stand. Okay, it just wasn't. Oh, I was, horny. Now I just wanted to get my rocks off. That it's a valid thing. 3 months ago, it's not like 6 months ago. Okay, I guess, but you should ask to be more detailed. That's one thing I'm not a crazy about Kendra's show. You miss chances to say certain questions because it would be nice to know the answer to.
The same question. So stop being sensitive in the comment section. I'm sorry not to go some of these. I shouldn't have said that word. That's not the cuss word I like to say. I tried to say it, but it just made me mad. But back to you. Why would a guy be lucky to be with you?
I believe that I'm a great woman. So I don't know, like
I hate that shit, right? Women that say they're great women. You're so great that at least you couldn't make it with three different men, right? Whether it's you or because here's the like one scenario you chose three great men, right? Three terrible men that you couldn't get a long-term relationship from, but you gave them each a kid, right? So tells you that I think you're not that great because you're such a terrible judge of character. But okay, or the flip side, you're so great, yet three different men cheated on you, lied to you, didn't want to be with you, right? Treated you terrible. So really, how great are you? I really hate that shit, right? Because again, in all honesty, women inflate that, especially when they don't go detail. How are you so great? That's at least, right? If you are so great, how about go into detail? Go into detail. Why are you so great? I just hate that I'm a great woman. Please answer me that. How are you great? Okay? Because again, if you don't really go specific, well then I can go by what I already know is that you have 3 failed relationships. And if you were so great, why did those fail?
I'm accomplishing my goals and
You accomplish your goals? How's that make the man lucky? You're not paying his bills. How's that make him? It's like this is the thing where women Your selfishness is showing. Your ego is showing because it's all about you, right? Is you accomplish your goals. This is the thing where I'm pretty sure a lot of men know. When men accomplish their goals, it's the betterment for the man and the people around him, like their woman or their kids. When women accomplish their goals, it's only a benefit for them, possibly their kids too, not the man.
I'm looking forward to becoming better. I'm currently in school to get my bachelor's in nursing. And right after I finish next year, I'm considering going into APRN. So I love to cook. I love to clean. So I was raised right. So even though
Were you raised right? Three different baby daddies. Were you raised right? Cooking and it's like I kind of like I want to bring up with this with men or in general. Cooking and cleaning it doesn't mean much. It don't, especially not in this day and age, right? A lot of men live on their own. They take care of their own house, right? I mean, my house ain't like spick and clean, right? It's not like it's like dust free, but I mean, like I'm living it fine. I'm not complaining. So cleaning is great, but I mean, that not that special. Cooking, okay, great, but I mean, let's not kid ourselves. Women aren't cooking like insane. Like they're not cooking. See, this is the thing, right? They're not cooking and cleaning like women of the past, right? They're cooking and cleaning of like modern day women. And I really want to say, when women say cooking and cleaning, and yet they constantly like dog men out for not contributing, right? For not contributing to the household, right? You make yourself great to be cooking and cleaning, yet you a dog a man out because he doesn't help taking care of the household, right? He's not helping cleaning. He's not helping wash the dishes. He's not helping doing the laundry. So really, in today's day and age, is cooking and cleaning all that great? When we all know how women are acting, how women's expectations, right? So women's craziness of saying, "Oh, we cook and clean." I'm pretty sure you also expect a man to contribute to those things too. And that's the thing, right? Lord Hybrid, thank you for coming by. He said, I eat an organic, healthy diet. Most women cannot cook what I want to eat. Here's the thing, right? To be honest, most men, I believe a lot of men, right? Especially the good men, they're already taking care of themselves. They're already cooking the meals that they want, cleaning the house how they want, okay? So really, women's cooking and cleaning, it's nice. It doesn't make you so special, right? It doesn't make you so special because here's the thing. Here's the difference between men and women. Women's expectation for men, providing, that's clear cut. That's clear cut. It's money. It's not something fake. And men are not asking women to pay for their bills. Not good men, okay? But women are definitely asking men to either contribute to their bills or fully pay their bills, right? And women's cooking and cleaning, nothing special. I had a girl, right, a baby mama, who just pretty much reheats stuff for me a lot of times. I mean, I was fine with it, but again, it's nothing like anything crazy. Right? It's not anything crazy when you imagine the amount of money I spent on her, right? The money to cook. This is the thing we never talk about, right? We never talk about this, and men are always made out to be like the devil, shit like that, where how women cook or the amount of women cook for men combined to how much money men spend or give women, it don't equal out. It doesn't even out.
I work full time, go to school part time. I still take care of the home. I'm big into, still being a woman and taking care of the home.
Okay. You are 39. What's the age range you want to date?
I would say anywhere from 35 till probably like 55.
And you don't care? Do you care if he has kids?
No.
No. All right. So we got Iris, Connecticut, 39 nurse, mom to 3, by 3 men, never married. Are you on the Kendra G Singles dating app?
I just.
So, I think it's okay. This is the thing with women. I just really, she's not terrible looking, not terrible looking, but I think women are going to have a problem with finding good men. Women won't have a problem with finding men. In this day and age, women are having problems finding good men. Okay? And understandable, completely understandable, Lord. Like Lord Hybrid, completely understandable. Um, but this is the thing, right? It's always expected. Women, this is the thing where I think women are, because of how they've lived their life and the standards they have, they will have problems finding good men. I really do. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Lord Hybrid. I was wondering, like, yeah, you said I own a business, I own a nice house and cars with no debt. I will not date a woman who does not own her own house and financially independent. This is the thing. How do you view yourself in a relationship, right? I always wonder, like, because let's say this, right? For me, I don't care. I don't particularly care if a woman has her own house or if she's financially independent. I do care that she's not, that she has a job, right? I don't care what job, but I would care if a woman has a job, okay? I don't want a woman that's just purely leeching, but I don't care what job she has, or, you know, to a certain extent, or how much money she makes. Because at the end of the day, use in my perspective is that I prefer women to live with me instead of me living with a woman. So really, her having her own house doesn't really do. I mean, it'll be nice, but it doesn't make me more attracted to her. Financially independent, yeah. I mean, like, she's not begging for bills. Yeah, she's not begging, you know. But to me, it's like it's a certain amount of level, right? Because again, I don't, you know, I've helped women out with money, right? So it's not the biggest concern to me. I'm just saying that as long as you're not a leech, right? As long as you have a job where, you know, you're not begging for bills, you're not begging for it, right? That's my thing. So I wonder, certain men, like, you must be a, you know, a pretty top level man, you know, at least in the finance area. So I mean, I was wondering what that men would look at least a good, you know, excess of money, right? A good amount of money. I always find that, why? I mean, because if she has her own house is great, but I find the power dynamic is, if you, it's a serious relationship, well, she should be living with you. That's my opinion. And financially independent, that's cool, but I just don't know. I don't know. I know. I mean, again, I'm not looking for a woman that's a leech, but I also know that at the end of the day, women want a provider, right? Most women want a provider. Um, so I don't know. And I, you know, to be honest, I've never been in a relationship where it's like 50-50 either. So I don't know how that is. I'm usually in a relationship where I'm providing for a woman. But I don't know. Maybe it's better. Right? So I guess. I don't know. I mean, to each their own. But like I said, financially independent, that's cool. I'm not saying that's not, that you shouldn't want something like that. Okay. So let's get on to the crux of tonight's. All right, this is the main kind of segment of tonight's thing. So, like, if you guys missed it in the beginning, right? Tonight was meant, because I just saw this drama, or whatever. Ah, okay. Yeah, that's totally understandable, right? Hybrid said, "I do not want her to live with me." Totally cool. Now I can understand that. I can understand the mindset, right? I definitely agree with, if you don't want a woman to live with you, perfectly understandable, right? I totally agree with that. For me, I don't know. I like that kind of dynamic. So, to each their own. But I definitely, if you want to live on your own, totally agree. Totally agree. No, that's 100% true, right? Especially if that's the type of relationship you want. If she's not living with you, I agree. I agree. But here's the thing. Okay, so let's get back onto this. I'm mad, right? I'm mad how tonight's show was supposed to be. So I was going to have examples, right? Examples of this guy. This guy is called Medusa's Judgment. And I just saw this today, right? Just saw this day about this man, Medusa's Judgment, right? He panders to women. He says things that really resonates with women's feelings, right? And all this shit, okay? And I had examples, right, of his videos. His videos of him pandering to women, right? I had examples of it. And then, because of all these things, right, a woman coming out and talking about, this man is, we're talking to it, what we'll bring up to the man. This man is a fake. He's a liar. He's pretty much the man that he tells women to be scared about or watch out from, all this shit. He's pretty much that man, right? He's pretty much that man. And then, I bookmarked all the examples I had of him. Boom. He pretty much shut off he turned off his account, right? It's gone. I'm so annoyed that his account, just as today, is shut off, right? He pretty much closed his account. So all the examples I had, which I should have saved the video, I bookmarked it. I didn't know. This guy had about 300,000, right? 300,000 subscribers, right? Followers. That's not small, right? Especially in TikTok numbers, that's not small, or any kind of numbers, right? I wish I had 300. I wish I had 300K followers. So he wasn't a small time creator. So I did not imagine he would shut off his account. So that's why I didn't think that through. But I'm so annoyed because those examples would help strengthen this video, right? This video segment. But it is what it is. I mean, this other guy, I watch some of his videos from time to time. He will explain the things that this guy says from other stuff, but it's not as impactful as I want it to be. So we will get the gist of this guy, and then we're going to show one of her videos. Because she has like three videos that are like 10 minutes long. I don't want to go through that much. So we'll watch this, and then we'll watch one of her videos. We'll react to them both. So let's go.
Hello everyone, my name is Sahai, and I'm making this video to talk about an experience I had with a pretty popular creator on this app by the name of Medusa's Judgment, or Poetic Exposure TV. I want to start off by saying that this video is not to bash anyone or send hate to anyone. This is just simply me talking about my experience, speaking about my story and my truth.
It's mighty funny. So Shawty was messing around with Medusa Judgment, right? And he's one of those panda bears that get on here and pander to women, right? And it's mighty funny how all this is coming to light. Long story short, Shawty DMs him looking for some clout. She ended up messing around with Buddy, going out to Philly and fucking around with him for a week or whatever. She find out he was lying about everything, but she still stayed out there. Dude must got mean pipe game or something. Because there's no reason why a dude who looked like
that's who he is.
This is getting any attention, DMs or coochie from women like this. Pandering get y'all coochie that bad? Damn.
And that's the thing, right? That's the thing. Pandering to women will get you money. Will get you woman, right? And this is the thing, right? I ain't doing that. I mean, I would love money, right? I would love money. I would like, getting my chance with a whole bunch of different women, right? But here's the thing. I live by my morality. Plain and simple. I don't want to be a fake man. I do not want to be a two-faced man. Okay? Because honestly, I cannot stand faking it. I cannot stand lying to women's face, pandering to their emotions, right? So just pandering to women's emotions, I cannot stand it. When I would think, that doesn't make sense. That's not logical. but I want to pander to women's emotions so I can get them to like me, and I can get money. I can get, social media growth. Because again, you have Derek Jackson's. Hell, you have Steve Harvey, right? Men that have pandered to women and have made millions off of women, and have had sex with so many women thanks to that.
Maybe it is some light and pandering, because you going to get the infinite money glitch and y'all getting coochie now from pandering? Shit. But anyways, he goes on and she gets him a Greyhound out. He moves to Washington, moves into her apartment, and basically is a bums around and all this bullshit. And the crazy part about it is she ended up going through his phone one night when he was out there, and they've been together for a little minute, and she finds DMs from other women. Pictures of other women. Dog, I'm just saying, bro. Y'all women in these standards, y'all be lying. Cause man, this the fuck am I doing wrong? But it's just mighty funny that it comes out that he's this bogus, creepy, abusive guy, right? But this is the dude that y'all used to be stitching. Dude get mad clout of y'all stitching his shit because he pandered to y'all. And it's not a coincidence that he's blocked me, and that other creep that y'all be fucking around supporting, that groomer. What's his name? Ebony Rorim? Yeah, y'all rock with him too. It's mighty convenient how y'all get on my page and say, I don't like black women, whoop yada.
And this is the thing, right? This is the thing. Men that are critical of women, men that hold women accountable, are the men that actually like women. The men that actually love women, the men that actually are respectful towards women, right? The good men. Those are the men that are not liars, that are not two-faced men, that are not abusers, those are the men, okay? Because again, holding women accountable is wanting better, right? Wanting women to recognize their flaws and improve, to be better, right? That's not you pander to women's emotions. That's you trying to give women knowledge, right? Be logical, right? Think about it logically, okay? But no, let's pander to women's feelings, and let's make money, and let's get women to it.
Yada yada. But these are the dudes, these are the creeps, these are the weirdos y'all support. And before y'all, I already know, she was young, he prayed on. First of all, I don't know how old he is, nor do I give a fuck. But she's old enough to know better. She's old enough to know better not to go out to a stranger dude across the country to Philly and then start rocking with him after that. She knew better. Come on, you know right from wrong. Like, look at him. Look at him. Look at it. Look at it. Like, social media clout and pandering really got y'all women fucked up, because there's no way that this dude would have been able to get behind any baddie in the club 7 years ago when Dirty Sprite 2 was jumping. There's no way. They would have looked back and told him, ugh.
Hello, everyone.
That's the thing, right? That's the thing. I've seen so many men on social media pander to women, and their followers is pretty much all women. Pretty much all women. Right? And this I agree. We have to hold women accountable. These women are adults. These women aren't idiots. Because here's the thing. Okay? They choose these men. They choose these men. Because here, I've said this countless times before. You would say no to a man that you don't want, while you would say yes to a man that you do want. So you actually know, right? Because again, women don't say yes to every man. Women don't say yes to every man. Okay? So obviously, they're picky. So if you're picky, then you're not stupid. I mean, you know what you want. Exactly. The lie is women operate off of emotions. Right? I mean, I don't know. But yeah. Women, it's like, this is the thing where I've always said why I can't really talk to women, especially about these kind of topics, because again, their emotions will get in the way. Women's emotions will get in the way. So, when emotions get in your way, you're not logical. You're not thinking straight. But yeah. Let's here's the video of the whole thing. I'm gonna speed it up too, so it's like a 9-minute video, but I'll speeding it up. So bear that in mind, right? It'll be a speed up video, but we'll dissect it because it's a 9-minute video, so I don't want to have to play it all and then dissect it. Well, I'm going to dissect it while we're playing it because I want to hear her, because you would hear her thoughts, right? Hear she say things, because again, the things she say, right? Because again, these type of women are funny. Women are funny. Listening to what women say and then see or hear what women do, that's the thing. That's the thing. You don't pay attention to what women say. Pay attention to what women do. All right. It's 2 times speed, okay? So it will sound a little bit different.
Talk about an experience I had with a pretty popular creator on this app by the name of Medusa's Judgment or Poetic Exposure TV. I want to start off by saying that this video is not to bash anyone or send hate to anyone. This is just simply me talking about my experience, speaking about my story and my truth. In August of 2022, I DM'd this individual on Instagram saying I'm a really big fan of your content and I enjoy watching your videos. From that initial conversation, we started a flirty back and forth, like get to know you over the phone or FaceTime over text type of relationship.
She DM'd him. She went after him, right? In a sense, she DM'd him.
And he seemed really genuine. He seemed like a really nice guy. I really enjoyed talking to him. And eventually, a couple weeks after that initial DM, he suggested that maybe I should come to Philly. We could go to museums. We could go sightsee. I could show you around my city. And he was saying all these things. And I was like, you know what? Sure, why not? I start college in about a month. I start my sophomore year of college in about a month. And I have a little bit of free time before the summer finally ends. Why not go to Philly for the first time? It will be fun. You know, he has a lot of stuff planned. So fast forward to the middle of September.
You barely know this man. Only know him through social media, okay? You think he's a nice guy from a few texts, and then you plan to go to a different state to meet this man. Essentially a stranger. This is the thing where it's like, we're not blaming the victims, but come on, you have to have some accountability. God forbid this man was dangerous, right? God forbid he was dangerous and he did something to you. God forbid, you didn't know this man. The absolute insanity. You don't know this man. And you barely... This is the thing where I honestly believe is a lie. Women don't put that much effort into getting to know a man. Okay? So, in my opinion, yes, a few nice texts that he sent, excuse me, it don't mean that she actually knew him, right? She had an image of him, right? A social media image of him. So, and then a few nice texts, right? He probably charmed her, saying, "Oh, I could take you out to this. I could do this, blah, blah, blah." But you don't know him. You don't know what type of man he is because you probably don't ask questions, right, to get to know the man actually. So you don't know him. He's essentially a stranger, and you thought it was a good idea to go to another state to meet a basic stranger.
2022, I actually go to Philly. When I got to Philly, I quickly realized all the stuff he was telling me we were going to do over the phone was just simply him telling me what I wanted to hear. None of that stuff he had actually planned. None of the stuff that he said we were going to do, we actually did. All the stuff that we did in Philly was me suggesting like, hey, we should go to the farmer's market, or hey, we should go here. Nothing he said was actually what we did in Philly. And that was okay. I still had a really good time. I spent about a week in Philly. And when I got back to Washington, that's when things got really, really weird.
That's okay. It's like, yes, exactly. It's like, this is the thing, right? Literally two-faced men. Two-faced men, right? He was a liar. He said, this is the thing where women don't understand. Men will say things that women want to hear, right? Me, I'm going to say what you need to hear, right? What you should be hearing, right? This is the thing where this is a problem where I think because a lot of people hate men's content, because men will say things that you need to hear, right? We're not saying things that you want to hear. No. Because again, saying things that you want to hear is flowers, right? It's only to manipulate your emotions. Because usually what you want to hear is not logical. Yo, Mystic.
We continued to talk on the phone and text like normal, and he started to talk to me about wanting to move. He was like, yeah, I want to move out of Philly. I hate Philly. I don't want to be here anymore. I've been here for my whole life, 25 years. I want to move and see different things. And I was like, oh, okay, like, cool. Where do you want to move? And he goes, oh, what about Washington? I can move up there with you. And I'm like, oh, well, you should wait a little bit. You should come and see Washington, visit Washington, or save a little bit of money before you just up and move. And he was basically telling me like, oh, don't tell me what to do. I'm grown. I can make my own decisions. I know what's best for me. And I was like, okay, like you got it. You can do whatever you want. You're right. He then starts saying he wants to move specifically to Bellingham, Washington, my small college town. And when he says this, he suggests that I get a 2-bedroom apartment in my name and he can just move in and live with me. And I shut this down completely quickly. And I was like, I'm not comfortable with that. I don't want to get a 2-bedroom apartment my sophomore year and you just come and live with me. Like I'll only.
She shut that down, right? She supposedly shut that down with him living with her.
Known you for a couple months. I'm not doing that. So he goes on to say like, okay, well, if not, can you just suggest apartments in Bellingham that I could possibly move to? And I was like, okay, like I can't stop this man from moving. If he's going to move, he's going to move. I can't tell him he can't move. So I was like, yeah, I could look around at some.
This is the thing with women, right? Yeah, you can't stop him from moving. What you can control is your own effing actions. You can stop talking to him. That's what you can control. This is the insanity of a lot of women, right? Yes, you can't control other people. Yet they never think about how about your own actions. You have autonomy of your own actions. And she's constantly making shitty actions. One, she texts the man she barely knew and then continued to text the man she barely knew. Okay? She went to visit a man she barely knew and then continued to stay with that man she barely knew. It's like if he already lied, right? This is the thing where I think it's insane, right? I would think logically, right? If I went to visit a man that said all this shit to me, right? This flowery shit, right? Charmed me, and then come visit him and then find out it was all a lie. Wouldn't it be logical if I'm like, I'm done. I'm walking away because you are a liar, right? I barely knew you, right? And now I know that you're a liar. So I'm walking away. I don't want to talk to you. Blah, 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 blah. I'm done. I don't know, motel or go back home or shit like that. No, I'm going to continue to talk to you. Continue to deal with you. It's like, and then here's the thing, right? I'm going to continue to talk to you. This man has outbursts of anger or whatever, right? This is the thing my women can't understand. These conversations, right? The way he's talking that's abusive men talk, right? If that's how he sounded, right? If that's how he sounded, those are the words he uses, that's how he talked. That's the beginning of a man that could be abusive. But no, surprise, surprise. After years of a relationship, he abused me. Ooh, I didn't know. That's a effing lie because you choose to ignore red flags.
Apartments for you, and I could suggest a nice couple apartments for you. I suggested 3 apartments for him, one of them being my apartment that I was currently living at because I knew it was a student housing apartment, but it also rented to non-students, and it was very understanding for people who had bad credit or low credit or like financial issues. They were very understanding and they accepted a lot of people. So I knew that when I suggested this apartment for him, that he would most likely get accepted. And he applied and he did get accepted. So 3 weeks after initially seeing him in Philly, he was moving to Washington, specifically Bellingham, Washington. And I couldn't fathom in my brain why he was so quick and urgent, like to move. But now looking back on it, it's because he saw the financial situation I was in. He saw that I had my own stuff going for me, my own car, a place, and he knew my financial situation was a lot better than his. So he wanted to leech off me and use me. And that's why he was so quick to move, because he thought I was going to be his cash cow. So in the process of moving from Philly to Bellingham, Washington, he takes the Greyhound bus. And when he takes the Greyhound bus, he comes with 1 suitcase. He packs his whole apartment up, sells everything, and comes with 1 suitcase.
Besides hybrid, right, who pretty much want to have his own and have a woman have her own, the men, the subset of men, right, the certain subset of men, okay, that cares that you have your own shit, right, that cares that you have your own shit, your own degree, have your degree, have your own house, have your own car, have your own career, the men that care, right, and I'm not saying all men, because obviously there's certain men that, you know what, they just want you to have your own shit so you don't leech off of theirs. Perfectly understandable. But certain men, right, the certain subset of men that would love that you have your own shit are the type of men that, these are the men that care that you have your degree, that you have your career, that you have your own shit. Well, those are the men that want to mooch off your shit. Right? Those are men that care, right? That subset of men, not all men, right? Not all men, but there are a good subset of men that does care, is because they want to leech off of you, right? Leech off of women like this. So in general, unless the men just don't want you to leech off of, unless the men don't want the women to leech off of them, yeah, they would care, right? But in general, the men that also do care are usually the men that would love a chance to leech off of women.
On the bus, since it's a long bus ride, they stop in different states. They stopped in, I believe, Denver. And when they stopped in Denver, he got out of the bus and walked around. And then when he came back to the Greyhound station to get back on the bus to continue the ride to Bellingham, he realized the bus had gone and left him because he missed it while walking around. So he calls me. He's like, yeah, I missed the bus. They say another bus doesn't come until 9 hours. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's horrible. What are you going to do?
And an irresponsible, it's like this is the thing with women. Just 4 minutes, you can hear this man is irresponsible. This man is immature. This man doesn't, it's like, how is he an adult? And this is what women are attracted to.
He's like, oh, I don't know, but I was like hoping you would get like a hotel room for me just for 9 hours while I wait for another bus to come. And I said, no, like you missed your bus. You were irresponsible. You got off the bus and walked around. It's not my job. This is when emotional and verbal abuse started. So he starts to yell at me and curse at me over the phone and get mad at me for not helping him buy a hotel room because he missed his bus. And he starts to use these manipulation tactics like, oh, I'm moving all the way out here for you and you can't even buy me a hotel for 9 hours. And I'm just like, no, mind you, I'd already helped him with his first month's rent. He was saying, I can't pay first month's rent. I'm moving. So I was like, okay, like I'll help you.
She paid his rent. She paid his first month's rent. This is the thing, right? I saw this quote. Women build their experiences, their opinions off of being with bad men. And this is the problem, right? This is the problem. Another problem why, women's life experience is not desirable. Women's high body count is not desirable. Because again, women build their bad experiences, they build their ideology, their opinion on men from dealing with bad men. Okay? Right? Now, this is a woman, now she's going to like, I'm never going to help a man out. Right? I'm never going to hold a man down. Right? I'm never going to do. Well, think about this. Now, what kind of good man, a good man, right, will see this like, oh, here's a woman that if I'm down and out, she's not going to be there for me. Right? But because she's been bittered, she's been tainted, she's been traumatized by bad men, now she's worse off to be with good men. This ain't a a one time. This ain't a never, like, this is a common thing with women. They build their opinions and ideology from dealing with bad men, and now it makes them worse to be with, right? For the good men. Yeah. This is why women used to stay with their parents until they get married. They make bad decisions on their own. Bad decisions! Like, this is the thing, right? She's off to college, she's doing her own thing. Bad decisions. Bad decision upon bad decisions.
I know, you guys. Like, I would never do this ever again for anybody. I learned my lesson. I will never.
See, you never hold down a man. You never help out a man that's a good man, right? This is the thing, right? I've been there, I've done that, where I've lost a job. I lost a job. I needed help. But no one was there to help me out. So I had to suffer and go through it by myself. To know that, if I'm down and out, the woman that supposedly I get with would not help me out. You think I want that type of woman? You think that woman is great for me? No. Because I ain't doing that shit.
Never help anybody like this ever again. So I helped him with his first month rent already. And now he's asking for more because he missed his bus. I was like, absolutely not. It's not my responsibility to fund your life. Like, no. So he gets mad at me and starts cursing at me and yelling at me over the phone. About a day and a half after that phone conversation when he's yelling at me and cursing, he actually gets to Bellingham. And I go to the Bellingham Greyhound station and go pick him up. So when I go pick him up, I'm being very...
You go pick him up? It's like he's verbally abused you, right? And say... This is the thing. Women are funny, right? Women are funny. Absolutely funny. This man was terrible to you verbally. He lied to you, when you went to see him. It's like This man has clear red flags, consistent red flags, and you still want to deal with them. This is why I have no sympathy for women on the dating market. I have none, zero sympathy for women on the dating market because they know red flags. They continue to be with a man with red flags. Okay? Man is verbally abusive. Man is a liar. I mean, it's like,
cordial. I'm being very nice to him, but I can tell that this person in my passenger seat is not the same person that I DM on Instagram, and is dang sure not the same person that he portrays himself to be on TikTok. This is a very short-tempered individual, very angry individual, and I can tell by the way he's interacting with me, and I can tell by the way he interacted with me the previous day on the phone. So the Bellingham Greyhound station is about 5 minutes from the apartment we were staying at. So we drive to the apartment and we go and look at his apartment. He gets his keys, we go in, and it reeks of pee. It smells horrible. The roommate has a cat that has peed on any and everything in sight, and he turns to me and he says like, hey, can I just sometimes stay at your place just to sleep, or sometimes during the day, because I can't, like, the smell, I can't get used to the smell. And I felt really bad, and that was my mistake, feeling bad, my first mistake. And I said yes, and he completely took advantage of this and got really crazy. He would be in my apartment for hours at a time, making skits and TikToks in my clothes, going through my closet, using my dresses, my bonnets, my shirts, everything for his skits, and he would be wearing my clothes in his skits. He would even go live almost daily in my Western Washington University hoodie. And when people would see the live, they would ask him in the comments like, hey, are you going to college? Are you enrolled there? And he would either block them or delete their comments. And just to prove I actually go to that school, here's my ID. When I finally did work up the courage to tell him like, hey, I don't want you here 24/7. I need my space sometimes. You cannot be in my apartment using my room, using my apartment for your TikTok videos 24/7. And this is when he gets violent. When I tried to set this boundary with him, he got so upset, he started throwing things, cursing, punching stuff in my apartment, slamming doors, and even getting in my face trying to physically intimidate me because I told him I can't have you here 24/7. He eventually did leave that day, but I was so shaken up because I was like, oh my gosh, who have I invited into my life? Like, I'm so stupid. Who is this person? I don't even know this person, and I invited them in my life.
women, like hybrids say, women continuously make bad decisions on their own. Why do you think men say no to girls trip? Men say no to guy friends. Men say no to. So this is the thing, right? Yes, are there toxic, controlling men out there? Yes, there are. There are terrible men out there. Okay? But here's the thing. There are also good men. There are also men that love you, right? Love women, okay? That respect women, that want women to be safe. Okay? Because this is the thing. She chose this man on her own. She went after this man, and look at the results. She chose this man, okay? And look at the results. It's like the insanity of this.
Willingly. I'm gonna have to make a part 2 about how he threatened my life on Christmas Eve with knives. But right now, I just want to say that I waited so long to say something or to make this video because I felt the power dynamic between me and him. Nobody was going to believe me. And I still feel like not a lot of people are going to believe me because most of his supporters are women who think he's this outstanding, upstanding, nice guy. And I don't fault them because I thought the same thing. But I just felt like no one would believe my story. He has all these supporters, all these followers. No one's going to believe, oh, what I'm saying. And I still feel that way. But I wanted to put this out there because I know I'm not his only victim and there's other women that he has affected and they should come forward as well.
This must be a video of his. Let me read it. If I was to have a daughter, one at the age of 14, me and her mom will teach her how to clean, use, load, add attachments, the laws, and acts of self-defense with a firearm. Your ladies is 36 with no firearms license and no firearm. Just a Mason taser. Well, this girl should have had a firearm because this guy would have, he deserved to be pulled on, right? Okay. My daughter will be taught to drive herself to the date, to be the effing lazy that you want a man to pick you up, and all he gotta do is throw the child lock on the doors. Is crazy. Okay. I guess he's talking about abusive, toxic men, which he is. Never be in a private alone. Okay. Well, it's like never be with someone privately alone, I guess. But again, This girl barely knew him, and he was willing to tell her, willing to get her to fly over to him. I mean, it's like it's like a man saying, "Oh, watch out for dangerous men," and yet you're the dangerous man, right? It's like if Ted Bundy tell you to watch out for psychotic men, and then tell you to, "Oh, I'll protect you," right? If it's Ted Bundy warning you about psychotic men, and then say that, "Oh, come to me and I'll protect you." Yeah. If it's not your boyfriend, X, why is you, the guy you're dating, and his roommate all in the same place at the same time? 2 versus 1, and you're a woman? Absolutely not. Okay. Do not trust women that's overly excited, or you to meet a man that only she knows. Okay. Well, I guess. I just think that's funny. I just think it's funny that there are men like this out there. But I know that there are men like this out there. The problem is that women are so naive that they don't think so. They don't think that the truly dangerous men out there are the ones that pander to women's emotions. Those are the dangerous men. Yet those are the men, right, that get women. Just like just like the last clip, right? He said that this is the man that got that young girl. Yeah, that's insanity. Exactly, but he needs to teach her to take her time to get to know the guy she's dating. Don't meet up with random guys off the internet. Yeah, but he wouldn't, because it will go against what he wants. I just wanted. This is what I want. This is why I wanted. I mean, you could. I mean, there's more videos of her, but again, it's just you got the gist of it from the first clip. But it's just this is the insanity of women. This is why I can't pander to women. I cannot pander to women because I constantly see women make illogical choices, and it infuriates me, right? And hell, I'm not saying that I'm anyone special, because again, I've been there, I've done that, okay? Where if you make decisions based on emotions, you're making stupid decisions. I 100% agree, right? That's why I never trust people that make decisions off of just pure emotions. So, and then men that pander to women's emotions, those are men that manipulate women. Plain and simple. So I just wanted to show you this one. I'm angry because I had other examples of this guy's pandering that I wanted to. It would help me reinforce, right, the type of men that I'm talking about, right, in this thing. But yeah, it is what it is, but it shows you the insanity, because he pretty much shut down his own account, and his account was big, right? Big, like she was saying at the end, right? He had a big account, right? About 300K. 300K is not a small account, okay? And predominantly women following. So I did not expect this man to shut down his account, but I'm assuming this got him a lot of backlash that he couldn't handle, right? Because then it destroyed the image that he was creating. So, but it is what it is. What do you guys think?
A lot of you guys.
But I don't have his video, but I looked up another video of a man pandering, so I wanted to show that out. So why not, right? Because this is the thing, right? Showing men that pander to women. Those are the men that are the fakest. Those are the men that women should watch out for. Those are the men that will do exactly what these men are trying to warn women about. Those are the men that are the example of it. Just like Derek Jackson have said, oh, men that cheated on women are dirt and all that shit. Well, and while him cheating on his wife, he's exactly the man that he was warning women about. So this is the thing. These panda bears are the man that these panda bears are warning women about. And yet women will support these kind of men. But this is, I don't know this man, right? But it's just what he says in this video is pure pandering. So
A lot of you guys can't date women with kids. Again, here we go. Don't be a stepfather to somebody else, bastard child and all this and that, right? You guys
call someone bastard child.
will spend thousands, $100 on single females, no kids. You will blow money on them, but the women that you shouldn't have a problem giving money to is the females with kids. I don't know what your babysitter costs, but how many kids? 2 kids? All right. And she ain't crazy with the price. I'll drop, what, 25 for a child, or $75, or however they want to charge, up to $150. Because you brothers are the ones just playing the trick role. But you want some ass. You want some free ass, but you won't give up no cash. Any man who speaks that they cannot date a woman with kids, he has a mental problem. You see, it's not that he can't date a woman with kids. He don't know how to be a father. He don't know what it takes to be a real man to another woman's child. And this...
I just wanted to show that, right? Because this is the thing, right? Where a lot of people don't understand, and I've grown to learn. Pandering to women makes you money. Pandering to women gets you followers. Pandering to women can sometimes get you women, right? Get you women to have sex, to get relationships, all that shit. Pandering to women, lying to women will get you money and get you women, right? And that's the thing, right? This is the thing where they seem to understand why the bad boys, the players, know how to do it, because they pander to women's emotions. They know how to manipulate women's emotions. And yes, liars, the cheaters, the manipulators love to support other liars, cheaters, and manipulators. They actually love to create other liars, cheaters, manipulators, right? Already this man is like absurd, right? With how he talks. Here's the thing, right? Lord Hybrid said, "Do you date women with kids?" I do. I have, right? Here's my thing, right? I kind of date within my level, right? I have kids myself, okay? So I'm not someone who's like, oh, I'm not gonna date women with kids while I have kids, okay? I'm not gonna do that. And even if I didn't, I would still give a woman a chance. But here's the thing where I say, sometimes I don't expect anyone to be perfect. That's how I go about it, right? So would I date women with kids? Yeah. But will I be deluded? No, right? Because here's the thing where I would say this. I look at what she brings to the table and know what I bring, right? If it equals. Because here's the thing. Would I date a woman with kids? I have dated. Have I been in a relationship with a woman with kids? I've never been. Okay? I think that's the key difference, because no women with kids that I've dated have gone to relationship level, because again, I hold some standards. I have some self-respect. I have a backbone. I'm not going to be just, bent over, because I've said this before. What I found out, women with kids, well, they will treat you like the last on their priority list. And I don't deal with that shit, right? If you are going to not care about me, put me last on your list, don't think about me, don't call me, don't text me, don't even want to be around me, well then cool. I ain't gonna deal with that. So that's my thing. Would I date a woman with kids? Yeah, I'll date her, right? I will do low investment dates. I've had my own standards, right? I do low investment dates. Doesn't necessarily mean walk dates, but I do take women to restaurants, but not expensive restaurants, right? So I try to follow my own, right? My own personal rules. But like I said, I've dated women with kids, but no women with kids have, upgraded to relationship status. I've never done, okay? But yeah. But what I was saying, let's watch it one more time.
A lot of you guys can't date women with kids. Again, here we go. Don't be a stepfather to somebody else.
Usually, I don't know this man, but I think in all reality, this man must be a baby daddy somewhere, right? And he must not be, probably not a good father somewhere. And here's the thing. He knows what he's trying, his audience. He knows what he's trying to gear towards. He knows what he wants to make his content, what audience he want to gear towards, which is bitter single baby mamas, right? To agree with him, to support him, to cheer him on.
Bastard child and all this and that, right? You guys will spend thousands.
And calling someone bastard child is like, where's the? I think the facade is showing, right? Because again, that's not really PC. So you can sense what his true intentions, his true thoughts are. Calling someone, B child.
$100 on single females, no kids. You will blow money on them, but the women that you shouldn't have a problem giving money to is the females with kids. I don't know what your babysitter costs, but how many kids? 2 kids? All right. And she ain't crazy with the price. I'll put one.
And I don't do that, right? Like hybrid, like with your question, I am paying babysitter money. It's not my kids. That's what I'm saying, right? It's not like I've said this, right? Single mothers are red flags, but red flags don't mean automatic no. Okay? In my opinion, red flags don't necessarily mean automatic no's. It depends on the red flag and depends on how many red flags. That's my opinion. Okay? And I've dated good-looking women with kids, but like I said, they never upgraded to, girlfriend, because it never really turns out well. So I've never had a good outcome with single mothers. But again, I don't mind to give it a chance, because it don't mean that automatically single moms are the worst on earth. No. I mean, I'll still have my standards, right? I still have my boundaries and my preferences. So if you meet it, cool. I don't care if you're a single mom. But if you don't, well, I'll stick to, my preferences, my boundaries.
What, 25 fit high, 25 for a child, or $75 or
all right, Lord Hybrid say I have paid the babysitter before so I could get to the butt that night. Bro, don't hate the player, hate the game. I don't, you do what you gotta do. For me personally, I don't necessarily just have sex to have sex, right? I mean, it's not like I never, but I mean, it's not the most enjoyable sex for me, right? So that's not my end goal, right? I'd rather have a relationship and just, have a booty that night. But bro, and that's the thing, right? Women have to understand, men will do or say whatever to get it, right? So that don't mean that these women qualify for relationships. So a man that's paying for your babysitter, don't think that that's like, a man that's, I want a relationship with you. No. So women gotta think, things like that doesn't necessarily make a man see good qualities in you, right? Making a man, right? Making a stranger pay for your responsibilities, that doesn't necessarily make you a good image in that man's eye. So what he could possibly see is just, a pump and dump, right? That's it. Because of how women do things, how they act, how they go about things, their ideology, their how they think about stuff, how they act, how the actions. Well, those will contribute to men just seeing women as pump and dumps. Yeah, that's the thing where I've come to learn that, right? Mystic said most of the time hooking up with single mothers don't work out well for them guys. Sadly, I mean, I'm not saying I hooked up with any single mothers, but I've dated them, and that has rung true for me, right? Because again, there's been many reasons, right? I honestly do not like a woman that will put me last on her list. I'm not saying that I should be first, right? But to put me last on her priority list, that's a no-go for me. So, and then single moms are usually the ones to do that. Sadly, so it doesn't work out for me.
I really want to try up to 150. Because you brothers are the ones just playing the trick role. But you want some ass. You want some free ass, but you won't give up no cash. Any man who speaks that they cannot date a woman with kids, he has a mental problem. You see, it's not that he can't date a woman with kids. He don't know how to be a father. He don't know what it takes to be a real man to another woman's child. And this...
That's what I'm saying. It's like, that's why I can't stand men that pander to women. Because literally, you make no sense. Literally, you're only trying to manipulate women's emotions. Be a real man to another woman's child? What? That's why it's ridiculous. That's why it's utterly ridiculous. And I can't stand it. I wanted to show. That's why I'm like. I'm angry that my other video, right? I couldn't show any examples, but I wanted to show you a good, clear example of a man that panders to women. What do you guys think? Yeah. Again, I'm disappointed that I couldn't show another video of the other videos of the man that panders to women, but it is what it is. So Wednesdays, I tried to do. I mean, hope you guys like it. Tonight's not gonna be that long of a stream. I agree. That's why I also agree with that. Right. A relationship with a single mom means there's another man in my relationship, the baby daddy. And I've dealt with that something too, where she talks. I mean, maybe he's not directly in it, but I mean, she talks about him. It's like I'm hearing too much about another man, and that's one thing I definitely don't like. Don't do it, guys. Mystic said. I agree. I mean, it's like the thing, right? Do I say single moms or no? I mean, I'm not gonna say no, but I will definitely say to men, have your boundaries. Have your boundaries, have your standards. If she fits it, great. Even if she's a single mom, it is what it is, right? But if she fits your standards, she doesn't cross your boundaries, right? She doesn't disrespect you, she loves you, she treats you right. Okay, whatever. It is what it is. I never say, single moms are like, I don't know, the worst of the worst. But I've said this, right? Recognize the red flags, collect the red flags, and determine if these red flags are a no-go. Every individual man, you gotta decide what's a no in your life. Plain and simple, right? What is a no? That's why you have boundaries. That's why it's important, right? Having self-respect. When you have great self-respect, you should have hard standing boundaries. That's my opinion. I mean, I don't, you know, I like I said, I mean, women with kids are a red flag. So, you know, Mystic said, you know, I would use my hand first, then hook up with the women with kids. I hell, that's his boundary. I agree. I do not put any persons down for what their boundaries and standards are. Right? Especially when it's reasonable. That's reasonable. Yeah. So I think tonight was a decent, you know, decent few videos. Right. It's gonna be a short live. I don't, you know, Wednesdays are usually more calm, a little bit shorter than than the Mondays and the Saturday stream. Um, so hope you guys liked it. You could always tell me. I'm always down for suggestions, right? Like if you want longer streams, shorter streams, videos to react to, any other things. So please tell me, all right? But anyway, tonight will be a short stream. I hope you guys liked it. You guys are amazing. Thank you, Mystic and Hybrid. Thank you, Mystic, for always joining. You are amazing. Hybrid, thank you for stopping by. I love the support. You guys are amazing, right? Yeah. Glad you guys like the stream. Hope you guys like my other videos. Thank you. Later, guys.